Don't get too excited. It's probably not what you think. Today, if you can't tell, we are going to be opening up a Sketchbox, but it's not a mystery Sketchbox delivery subscription service because I am broke, and these are way cheaper. This is actually one of Sketchbox's basic boxes, which means it was $10. Yes, $10 for whatever is in this beautiful thing. Actually, I already know what's in it. I've already opened it because I can't help myself. Ooh. We have a Sketchbox sticker, a Faber-Castell 2.5 HB, the card that tells us everything that's in here, the artist, which I still can't believe they did this with what I'm about to show you, Cara Ann Aldridge, if you're curious. They actually give us some paper, which is really nice, an art pad. And then the pièce de résistance are these Pantone Royal Talons markers in 218, 114, and 304. My favorite colors. But let me tell you, I have really enjoyed playing with these, and I thought we could learn a little bit more about color theory with them today. And that's everything. I really enjoyed playing around with these, but I really want to understand how to use them better and how to understand color mixing and how to understand how to do this better. So that's what we're aiming for today. Okay, the first thing I want to say, I should have swatched on this paper. I should have understood the medium better before I did anything else. This is very smooth paper. What is this? This paper is specifically made for these markers. Pantone paper and markers for optimal color. I disagree. I actually used these markers first on completely different paper, a couple different papers, and I like them I like how they work on other paper way better than I like how it works on this, but oh well. I'm not the expert. So, color swatching. Make sure I got everything out. Yeah. By the way, this box, $10. $10. These markers, $8.50 each. Each. Okay? I can afford to play around with these. I can't afford to go to the store and pick all this out and then come home and have spent, what is this? Way more money. You could do the math. And now we get to play. So these markers come with a brush tip and chisel tip. And I still don't understand what to do with chisel tip, so we're probably not going to be using that much today. But let's start swatching. I really like this color. I just remembered. It's just so pretty. Okay, so here we have them swatch it out. Yeah, okay. I know that from here, it just will get worse, and so I'm stalling. I feel like this guy right now. Ooh. Okay, let's try some color theory. Does that make any sense? No. Okay. Okay. Now that we figured it out, let's make it look presentable so that other people can understand it. This is garbly googly. No one can read this. Okay, so that took a minute. I hope you can see what I did there to the best of my ability. Here, I will spin it so you can get the full labeling here so you know what I've done. I'm pretty proud of that. We ended up with 15 colors. 15 colors out of 3 markers. Look at that! Color theory. I don't want to show you this next part because I'm super embarrassed by it, but I feel like it is part of the journey and I must be honest. This is the first thing I drew when I actually got these supplies. Please don't click away as soon as you see it. I promise it'll get better. Eek. Clearly I didn't know how to use these markers on this paper, and I just went in without no swatching, no color testing, no nothing. We're gonna see if we can do better right now. Like I said, I've already been playing around with these beauties in my little sketchbook. I'll show you. No peeking, no peeking. There we go. So I did a little sketch by the river of some sage, and I used these Pantone Talon markers. It's not the best paper in the world, but it held up pretty well for these markers. I mean, even this didn't bleed too much through, but I'm going to see if we can do better, because this was just me playing around before I had done this. We're going to see if I can apply this to this and make it a little more interesting, give it a little more depth, and fix some things I don't like about it. Oh, and also make a completed drawing, which I don't think I've ever done. So this is scary. But this is the reason I started this channel, to make me do things that I'm afraid of. And it's been working so far, so wish me luck. We're gonna recreate this on these nice white paper. Let's go. I actually have a photo reference of what I was sketching by the river. I'll put it somewhere so that you can draw along too if you want. So we're gonna use this as inspo. This is my color reference. And see if I can do it. No more faffing about. Let's go. She says as she gets distracted immediately. Too much stuff on in my way. All right, let's sketch this out real quick. So we have some flowers here. I'm not paying much attention to the shape of anything, just sort of trying to get the placement of leaves and stuff down. Hopefully you can see that. I'm trying to draw very lightly because I don't want the pencil showing through, especially the yellows. These markers don't really cover up pencil marks, so I'm gonna have to get rid of most of this anyway. So I'll just like pull it a little more. Anyway, something like that. Okay, I've got a basis of the composition down. There's not a lot going on here, but we can maybe do something later for a background if we feel like it, like a half circle thing, but I'm not going to go into that real quick. Okay. Getting rid of most of the pencil marks. Probably so much that you guys can't even see where a lot of them were, but it just needs to be enough for a hint of where everything was. Ooh, I've completely lost the middle, but it's okay. I'm going to start by just finding the flowers and figuring out their position, and then moving down to the leaves. So. Not gonna lie, this looks pretty ugly right now. Gotta move past the ugly stage. I think we should go in with our blue before we get too upset about how weird this is turning out, because I keep adding and changing elements. Okay. Well, we'll see if I start to like this as it dries, but for now, let's darken some of these greens. Okay, we're dry now. Ah! So the greens we get are not as deep as the greens I wanted, and I did a little practice swatch of putting the magenta over the green to see if I could get some darker green, and it is a little browny, more brown than I wanted, but I think it's necessary. I think we need depth and we need shadow in this. It's just sort of flat and plain, and I don't really like it yet, and I think playing with it until I really hate it or really like it is the way to go. So let us not fear the unknown and dive right in. this looks so bad when you first put it down. I promise, or I hope it'll get better. I think we're onto something here because now we're balancing out this big pink section with some darker hues down here. So I'm trying to be purposeful with my marks, but not make it look purposeful. I don't know. This is really difficult. I didn't really think about how difficult this was going to be. It's just leaves and flowers, but with only 2 colors. Oh no! Some magenta peeking through. How do I fix that? Okay, we have to remember that it's going to dry greener because I'm going to now cover it in blue and hopefully not destroy all of the nice lighter color that we have on top still. Unfortunately, I hate that, so we're gonna have to make the top a little more robust. It was a little thin to begin with. I mean, my reference that I'm looking at is pretty thick, and I was trying to move away from this, but I kind of like that it's crowded. And I think I'm gonna add more green leaves that don't have this darkness, sort of, you know, because this is way more crowded than this. I've got a lot of white space that I don't like. Oh! Bastard. That's my own fault for wielding things around. Okay. Try to make it look a little more organic. It's got too much of that shape I gave it now. This is all I tried to do. Oh, I made this way too dark. Lighten up, lighten up. I'm sort of saddened by this. Just put some yellow behind it. Yellow leaf-like things behind it so that there's the appearance of more leaves. Okay. So that sort of fills it out more. Now we're going to add just a layer of blue. Try to bring in some of those light green tones. Now we've got real variation. That's what I was missing. I was missing this contrast because I covered, well, I didn't have enough room for you to really see all the layers that I put in here before I got to this magenta darky brown. And now the leaves look brown. I should have used the magenta on the stems. That would have probably been smarter. I don't hate it. It's just not the look I was going for. I like this much brighter look better. Blurg. I think I'm gonna have to just add some elements. And then we will call this good. Let me see if I have any. These are my micron pens. I've got a 3. There's an 01. Yeah, okay. I think this will be all right. Go right in with the pen because we are brave. It doesn't matter what these guys look like. They just need to be living their best lives. Just adding some bees for flavor. I might like it better when it fully dries. Well, we're dry. Can you tell? I don't think it made that much of a difference, honestly. That being said, I've taken a step back and I think I actually do like it. It's not what I set out to do and it's not what I wanted to do, but I still like it. I don't know, I'm proud of myself for doing something. And I just wanted to say thank you for coming along. And if you have any advice for how I should be using these better or with different paper, please pass it along. Oh, I wanted to show you something. Remember when I said that I had tested these markers on different paper and they behaved completely differently? Here's that test. Do you see how they blend? But I have now since learned that they're not supposed to blend. So all I can say is that, guys, paper choice matters. It really, really matters. But I'm very proud of what we made today. And if you drew along with me today, I hope you are too. Thanks for coming along. Bye.